So you want to know about Hampton Lake in Bluffton, South Carolina, voted the #1 club and neighborhood in America several times. Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to take a look at the amenities, we're going to drive around, give you a taste of some of the houses and the architecture, and then we're going to jump into my computer and take a look at some of the numbers so you can learn everything you need to know about Hampton Lake in Bluffton, South Carolina. Do you want to know everything there is to know about the South Carolina Low Country, whether it's Bluffton, Beaufort, Hilton Head Island, or Jasper County? Then subscribe below and tap that bell for notifications so you'll be the first to know about the current market in the South Carolina Low Country. My name is David Simcox, host of Low Country Lifestyles and a local realtor. I get calls and emails every day from people just like you and you and you and you looking to make their move to the South Carolina Low Country, and I absolutely love it. So whether you're making your move in 3 days or 3 months, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or book a Zoom call, all in the description below so I can help you find your low country lifestyle. In today's video, we are in Hampton Lake. This is a resort style neighborhood and community. It was actually voted the #1 club in America a couple of years back, and it is the ultimate lifestyle here in the South Carolina Low Country in Bluffton, South Carolina. The cool thing about Hampton Lake is throughout the entire community, there's all these interconnected lakes, and people have boats. They can keep boats behind their house, but even if you don't have a house that has a dock or a boat behind it, you can use these boats here in the neighborhood. But then there's every other kind of amenity here. So there's multiple pools, there's fitness centers, there's spas, there's pickleball, there's tennis, there's basketball, there's everything and anything that you want to do here. But we're going to get started. We're going to look at the amenities, we're going to drive around, look at some houses, and then we're going to crunch some numbers. So don't go anywhere. Let's get started right now. All right, so first we're going to take a look at the Lakeside Amenity Center, and there's all kinds of things in here. I'm not going to tell you up front, I'm going to show you one at a time. So the really amazing thing about this neighborhood is the network of lakes and lagoons throughout, and some of the houses have their own private docks, but if you don't have your own private dock, there are all these boats that are available for rental. There's also kayaks and canoes and that sort of thing. And this is also a really great spot to come and just catch some fish. They also have a little fish feeding station here, which is pretty fun if you've got like little kids or grandkids you want to bring down here. Get a little bit of this and toss it in the water. Let's try it out and see if I can catch a few fish here. I see some fish in the water. Let's see if they're hungry. Oh yeah, they're hungry. Right down here by the boat docks, you also have a store called the Tackle Box, and they've got all kinds of gear, they've got all kinds of goodies, and also this is where you would go if you want to rent a boat for the day. You also have this huge network of docks, and this is so if you live with a house, if you have a house that has a dock, and you want to take your boat down to the amenity center. There are multiple amenity centers, but if you want to come to this amenity center and go hang out on the private beach area or the adult only pool or the resort style pool or the tiki hut, you can take your boat and you can dock here for the day. This tiki hut, I think, is a really cool feature at the amenity center. There's nobody here right now, but there are times where they have a bartender and they're making margaritas and having a good time. So really does feel like you're living at a resort. Here you've got a white sand beach, and they've got their own fire pit. So if you want to sit here, chill out in the white sand beach under one of these tiki huts and look out over one of the many lakes, it's just a very tranquil, relaxed place to chill out. This is a resort style pool, and they've got a splash pad over here for little kids, and it's just absolutely incredible. It's connected over there by the fitness center, and it's right here by the white sand beach. So if you want to go from the pool area and then come chill out over here in the sand, it's a perfect combination. All right, so this might be where I would hang out. This is the adults only pool. It's kind of hidden and secluded back here down at the end of the white sand beach area. And so if you need a place just to get away and have a little peace and quiet away from all the kiddos, this is your spot. They also have this absolutely incredible kids playground area. As you can see, it's got AstroTurf, it's got a sandbox over there, and it is directly connected right here by the kids splash pad, which the water is not going right now, but it just turned off. So the ultimate place for kids to hang out and have a great time. All right, so this is what they call Fitness Central, and I'm not going to go in there because I don't want to bother the people working out, but it's an entire fitness studio and spa. So they've got every kind of cardio equipment you could want. They've got group fitness classes, they've got free weights, and then they've got a full spa. So they've got every kind of massage treatment, facial treatment, everything you could want in a spa. And then inside the I guess bathrooms, if you want to call them that, is like a full spa retreat experience. So you've got saunas, you've got steam rooms, you've got private lockers, you've got, you know, all kinds of things. It's really, if you want to be pampered or if you want to work hard on your fitness, either one, this is just an absolutely beautiful, incredible fitness center and spa. And there's an indoor little plunge pool in there as well, which is really neat. They also have a multitude of racket sports here. As you can see, they've got tennis. They also have pickleball. And I'm in the open court here just because I didn't want to bother the folks over there playing. But there's a bunch of courts over here. And all the times I've been out here, I never or hardly ever see people having to wait. So, all right, so this building here is called the Lake House, and it is actually home to a couple of things. One, you've got Backwater Bill's Restaurant, which is their own private restaurant. You've got like a meeting space area here. And then this is like my favorite space over here. So this is the only one I'm actually going to take you inside just because I think it's so cool and has so much character. It's kind of an indoor-outdoor space that you could use. It's all screened in, so you can use it, you know, in all seasons. But they have this huge, amazing fireplace, outdoor fireplace here, and you could do this for parties or anything like that. And it does go all the way through and goes out and looks out over one of the many lakes out here. So I just think that this is absolutely beautiful. So here they have the Lakeside boat launch. So if you take your boat out of the water, need to put it back in the water in order to drive it over and park it behind your house, this is where you would do it. This is the boat launch, and they've got some docks over here as well. One of the things you'll notice if you do come visit Hampton Lake is everybody travels in their golf carts around the neighborhood and to the amenity centers. It is the preferred mode of transportation. All right, so if you have some furry friends, they do have this amazing dog park here, and it's undergoing renovations right now, but when it's complete, it's going to be really, really awesome. There's also these really cool walking trails and boardwalks throughout the community. So really absolutely beautiful if you love nature and the outdoors. All right, so in another part of the neighborhood, they actually have this thing called Crystal Lake. And this is a man-made beach surrounded by white sand, and it's fully fenced in. And it's a swimming lake. So you feel like you're literally at some kind of tropical resort here, but you're right here in the middle of your neighborhood. So really, I think a super cool feature. All right, so again, I'm on the other side of the neighborhood and I'm at the second amenity center, and they've got this really cool multi-purpose building here. It's got these roll-up garage doors. So if you want to have like a big party or an event, they've got a bunch of space inside and a bunch of space outside. So it's kind of a public building. And of course, you've got all of your pickleball courts over here. Pickleball, again, is the fastest growing sport in America, and you can see a lot of folks are out enjoying that today. And then over here, you've got this gigantic field. It's kind of an open green space. I think in the future, they talked about making that like a sports field area. But if you need somewhere just to throw the football with your kid or throw the baseball or run or, you know, any kind of thing, throw the Frisbee, it's really just this gigantic open green space back here. Also over here at this amenity center, you've got this really cool kids playground area. It's kind of built into this hill, which I think is really cool, and the slides go down the hill. And over here, of course, you've got bocce ball, and back over there, I don't know if you could see, but they've got a full court outdoor basketball court, which I think is super cool. And then over here, you've got the second outdoor swimming pool, which I'm not going to go up on the swimming pool because I don't want to bother the folks that are sunbathing today. And they also have an outdoor grill and bar. So that's really cool. It's closed today, but most days that is open and people are enjoying some adult beverages. And then again, it's right here by the Crystal Lake, so you can do some swimming out there, and really just, it's like living on a vacation here. All right, now that we've taken a full look at all the amenities, let's take a drive around the neighborhood so you can see some of the houses and some of the architecture. All right, I hope you enjoyed driving around the neighborhood. Now it's time to look at some numbers. We're gonna dive into my computer and we're gonna get you some real data on this neighborhood. All right, so now that we have toured the amenities and we have kind of drove around the neighborhood and gotten a feel for the neighborhood, we're gonna crunch some of the numbers in Hampton Lake. So let's go ahead and just look at the current active, under contract, and sold within the last 30 days, just to give you an idea. All right, so first of all, if you don't know, on a map, this is where Hampton Lake is at, right? So this is Hilton Head Island, this is all of Bluffton in here, and of course you've got Savannah over here, but we zoom in and this is Hampton Lake, and you can always find it on a map because you've got all of these lakes intertwined throughout the neighborhood. And so this kind of just gives you an idea of where it's at on a map. So let's go to current active properties. So currently there are 9 active properties, and I'll just zoom through these so you can just get a feel for them. This looks like this is a new construction option. This looks like, yep, this is another new construction option. And then we've got a resale here, another resale on the water. Again, you may be watching this a few months down the line or even a year down the line. So the houses will be different when you're looking, the inventory will be different. But again, I just want you to get a feel for what's available. And last, here we go. All right, so if you want to know if this is a buyer's market or a seller's market, you typically look at what's called the absorption rate. And so the absorption rate is you take the sold properties in the last year. So let's go to sold and let's go 365. And so you basically are getting 61 sold properties. And then if you take that and you divide it by 12, so we've got 61 properties and we divide that by 12, that gives us 5.08. Okay, then we look at the current active market, which, remember, if we look back, there was 9 active listings. So there's 9 active listings, and you divide that by the absorption rate, which is 5.08, and that gives you 1.77. All right, so that's the average amount of time in months that it takes from the time you list your property until the time it closes. So on average, if you list your property in Hampton Lake, it will be closed within 1.77 months. That's pretty fast.
And the way we determine if it is a buyer's market or a seller's market is if it's less than 4, so less than 4 months, it is considered a seller's market, which means the seller has more bargaining power than the buyer. And if it's between 4 and 5 months, then it's considered a balanced market between the buyers and sellers. And if it's got over 5 months, then it is considered a buyer's market. And that's where you can kind of go in and make some of those lowball offers and, kind of negotiate a little bit. So what this tells you is that even though, right now as we're making this video, interest rates are kind of high and, people are saying certain things about the market, this is still very much a seller's market in this neighborhood. Let's crunch a few more numbers. And so we have a sheet here that I've downloaded, and this is all of the sold properties that I exported out of Hampton Lake. And so first column here is approximate heated square footage, just to get an idea for house sizes. So the average is 2,764. So that gives you an idea of the size houses that are in here. And then if we zoom across here, these next two columns are the listing price and the closed price. And so the average is coming out to 99% of the ask price. So they're getting almost full price on all these deals. And the average sales price in this neighborhood is $955,105 in the past 365 days. So, it's about $1 million for this neighborhood. And then the last number I'm going to pull over here is the average days on market. So average days on market for this neighborhood is 25. So if you're, if you're looking to sell, this will give you an idea of how long the house may sit on the market. And if you're looking to buy, it kind of lets you know how fast you have to move. So anyway, today, we'll just zoom back over here just to sum things up so you can get a feel for the market. So let's go back to active, under contract, and sold within the last 30 days, just for a quick little current market snapshot. And we'll sort this. So you've got 9 active properties in Hampton Lake as of today. It'll look different if you watch this 30 to 60 to 90 days later. You've got several that are marked as active under contract. That's kind of a hybrid between active and under contract. Certain conditions haven't been met yet. And then you've got all of these under contract right here. You've got 17 under contract. And then you have 8 properties that have sold in the last 30 days. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this little market snapshot and hope you learned a little something.
All right, so the other thing I completely forgot to mention when I was just going over the numbers is the annual POA fees, which I'm sure everybody wants to know about. So the annual POA fee to live in Hampton Lake is $4,222 a year, and there is a one-time fee when you sign up, which is $2,750, and I think they call that a community enhancement fee, and that just goes into the common piggy bank for improvements in the neighborhood. So sorry I forgot to mention that, but now you have all the info. All right, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you learned something about Hampton Lake, this absolutely incredible neighborhood and resort lifestyle here in Bluffton, South Carolina. And like always, if I can help you find your low country lifestyle, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or book a Zoom call, all in the description below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that bell for notifications so you'll be the first to know about the current market in the South Carolina Low Country. My name is David Simcox, host of Low Country Lifestyles and a local realtor. And as always, it has been an absolute pleasure spending time with you today.